especially when it's against white supremacy. This is the test. And if this test fails, yo, every black and brown person in jail needs to be removed. NANI? Dynamite! Dynamite! Hey, let's talk about baby hand Trump. Trump is back in the news with his baby hands. But let's talk about Trump real quick. All right. So for all y'all that don't know, Trump is going through it right now. He is absolutely getting owned in the ether. So he had a bunch of things happen, whether it's the AG, the superhero that is Letitia James, hemming his ass up and making sure they hold him accountable with the lawsuits from New York, and pushing that stuff to hopefully be turned over by the IRS and the DOJ. But Trump is a person who banks on the long shot. He will stall you out till you fall out. So Trump goes to the Supreme Court over Mar-a-Lago's search and seizure of documents. What do you plan to gain here, my friend? This is going to be a very strong telling of what is more important to America: democracy, order, the republic, or whiteness. Is the failed image of a failed president? Are we willing to throw away this experiment that is America called Trump over Trump? We're about to find out what America thinks. His emergency request with the Supreme Court is the latest example of former presidents seeking to involve the justice investigating that entangle him. At the time when the higher court's legitimacy is politically explosive cases is under intense scrutiny. You got to remember, this version of the Supreme Court is not the best. Shout out to Ketanji Brown. She's coming on board. I think today was her boarding day. But the courts are jacked up, and more than ever, people are questioning, hey, maybe these motherfuckers shouldn't have a lifetime appointment, or maybe we should vote these people in. Maybe the president shouldn't have the deciding. Maybe the people should decide who's on this, because the abortion ruling, the striking down of Roe v. Wade, has sent a ripple effect. We went from thinking the Democrats weren't going to win a single seat to the Democrats probably sweeping seats that we've never seen them sweep before. It's crazy. Kansas, Missouri, a red state, voting to continue to keep as a state abortion. Same thing happened out there in Kentucky. Oof. Talk about knowing your supporters. It's so stupid, because that's further proof that Republican voters don't understand their rights. If you're a Republican woman saying I love my conservative nature, and you said, but I do support, you can't be a Republican woman and also say you support abortion. You just look dumb. Dumb. Trump is specifically asking the court to ensure that the more than 100 documents marked as classified are part of the special master's review. The request is, if granted, could bolster the former president's attempt to challenge the search in court and have the documents returned to him. So let's be clear about this. This is nothing more than him biding his time, because he is claiming documentation that belongs to the government was declassified and now belongs to him without any formal notice, without any formal memo, and without even informing the archives library that he did it. This is the equivalent of stealing from Walmart and getting outside and caught by the police, and then giving the police the $5 for the taffy apples. And let me be clear, it's not worth it, right? It's not worth it at all. Why are you risking it? Why are you risking it? It's so weird. So weird. Trump's emergency application to the Supreme Court comes after appeals court sided with the Justice Department and said that the department's criminal investigation into the documents marked as classified could continue. The probe uses one of the records uses what? Wait, probe's use of the records had been put on hold by a district judge in Florida who Trump hired, who granted a Trump request for the third-party review of the material obtained at Mar-a-Lago. It's crazy because like for he's doing all of this, and but the thing about it, it's concerning because the Florida judge scratched his back because every legal scholar looked at her decision and said, what is your grounds for making this ruling? But the only thing that would make her do this is the fact that Trump got her job. And if you're looking at this theory, and that's the question we pose, is America's democracy in order enough to beat white supremacy? Is the thing that white people claim and swear to project, honesty, truth, the right of the American dream, is all that shit they spout true? Is all that shit they talk about true? Especially when it's against white supremacy. This is the test. And if this test fails, every black and brown person in jail needs to be removed because the system has chosen its right away. But we're not done with Trump. From the stance of just what is it going to take, right? The thing that we have to be like super aware of when we're dealing with this is I really want to like make sure people understand this. Like, we're at the tipping point of what's going to happen there. And him also taking his chances to sue CNN. So not only does he think he's going to win this case, he also wants to silence the news for defamation. Like, he's suing CNN for $475 million in defamation of his campaign. Trump's not running for president because Trump's never going to run for anything he doesn't think he can win. When Trump decided to run for 2016, it's because he knew he could beat Hillary. He knew he could beat anyone on the Democratic side, especially Hillary. Trump can't win. Trump will not make it out of the primary. DeSantis is more popular than him. And you're right, he needs the money. But more importantly, by him suing them, he could ask for a deferment due to duress. And Trump will never step in a courtroom and say that he's too busy because of duress. It's mindless. So let's not lose sight of the real thing is, which is that this dude is a scam.